mind, stop dancing, bro. Let's get to it.
Lastly, big news of the day. Juju Smith-Schuster wants to stay in. Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
Russell Wilson. And, I didn't believe in it. I wasn't trying to, I hear the trade speculation every year. And then I see a Adam Schefter tweet. Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson has not demanded a trade. His agent Mark Rogers told ESPN. Wilson has told the Seahawks he wants to play in Seattle, but if a trade were considered, the only teams he would go to are the Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears. According to this article posted by The Athletic, there was also a scenario coming in to where the Thursday night football game against the Cardinals, Russ wanted to be informed of what was the direction surrounding the offensive line. And it was notion that Pete Carroll told him to have faith. And we see how that ended up this season. So Russ is not playing. He's putting these guys on the burner, and I'm all for it. Realistically, there's no situation where I see Russ being traded, at least not this year. That's me looking at it from the front office perspective. It would be the biggest cap hit in NFL history, surpassing what Carson Wentz was just traded for. And this isn't a Carson Wentz situation. This is Russell Wilson. Nobody has more wins in their first 9-10 seasons. We know all the Super Bowl champion, everything like that. I don't see him being traded. I just believe he's putting pressure on the Seahawks, and I'm all about it. I think he should be a part of everything just because that's the type of player he has been for this franchise. And, I mean, you got guys coming out, old Seahawks players coming out tweeting, Richard Sherman, Jermaine Kearse, Super Bowl champions. Still, it's just a little something, and it makes me feel Pete Carroll runs everything for the Seahawks, really. Front office moves, everything like this. So if he's not making those moves, then it's my belief that he needs to do he needs to do what's best for the team and do what he wants to do and let Russell go. And you can get a haul for Russell. We're seeing that. But I wanted to ask you guys, based off these teams, and I know your Saints are in here, what's the best potential offer? I'll list the teams again: Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, Bears.
Let's go down the list. Okay. We start with the Raiders. Darren Waller, the 3 first, of course, and Derek Carr.
Yeah, Pete Carroll like Derek Carr.
Will that work? That'll work. The Cowboys.
No, Pete Carroll's like, you gotta come off Josh Jacobs. I love it. Unstyled, breaking tackles. You could keep Darren Waller.
All right. And we move to the Cowboys. Very interesting. Dak has assigned his franchise tender as of February 25th, 2025.
Bro, I literally was thinking about this driving today when I first saw the report. I said, for the type of style that Pete Carroll wants, is it possible that Jerry Jones would trade Dak a first? Because I believe with Dak's injury, you would have to come off a first. And Zeke, I mean, you got Tony Pollard back there.
That's true.
You bring in Russell Wilson, you're going to have him under contract for a minute, and you already have the weapons. You have the offensive line coming back. You can spend all this money on defense or draft picks or whatever. And you would also have Russell Wilson there to say, okay, what do you feel like you still need in this offense? They could bring in a different offensive coordinator. I believe Dallas has that flexibility. But when I looked at that team for Russ, it was more about offensive line play for me. I mean, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, Travis Frederick's not there, but they'll get La'el Collins. Sheesh. And then they have a really good pick, so they could draft another lineman. You know how they hit on those. So.
They got to fix the defense. It'll just be Seattle all over again with no defense.
It would. But they do have the star names on the defense, I will say. DeMarcus Lawrence could pop up, Jalen Smith, stuff like that. But I guess we'll see for the Cowboys. It's always fun when their name is attached to something.
Who was the other team other than the Saints?
The Bears.
The Bears? All right. That means Khalil Mack.
Yeah. Pete's like, you got to come off Khalil.
Khalil Mack will be going the first. Is that it?
No. You got to come off probably
Khalil Mack at first and maybe the middle linebacker.
No, the 3 first. We already assume it's gonna be 2 or 3 first round picks for us.
And
If
then,
it's Khalil Mack, it's probably a first, probably just one first.
Russell's more valuable.
Khalil Mack a first and a late mid round pick, like third or fourth, and then
what other player would you add? It will have to be on
Roquan probably, but they don't need him for the defense. I would say
it'll be off. It would be defense. I think they add like a linebacker.
I don't think the Bears have enough, honestly, to
or Eddie Jackson.
No, I don't think the Bears have enough to engage interest from.
Yes, that's what because they're gonna want an offensive player too.
Right, Bears just
y'all would need a quarterback.
Right, so
that pick is good enough to get a quarterback, isn't it? Where's their pick?
It's 18 or 19.
Oh no,
it's early.
Yeah.
To me, because I don't see Pete Carroll looking to trade Russell Wilson and go downhill. He would still try to win. And based off these teams, if there was, and I'm just playing along for the hell of it, I think the Cowboys and the Raiders are the only realistic options with you getting Dak.
Hold on. Stop.
Guys are not. Jameis is not that, bro.
Wait, we have Taysom Hill. What are you talking about? Pete Carroll wants
anything past Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll wants a game manager. He wants somebody that can just run the ball and win when you can. That's Taysom Hill, baby. Three options and all. Quarterback.
Y'all want Taysom? We'll give y'all Taysom.
We give you Taysom, 2 first, and Kamara, Mike, or if you're feeling
Kamara, Mike.
If you're feeling froggy, come take
Cam Jordan, maybe. And
did y'all say y'all? It would be us at that point.
They can have Taysom in a defensive player and a first and something else.
Highly unlikely he goes to the Saints, but boy, when I saw the Saints name pop up in that report, I said,
"No, I do think that's the most for us. That has to be like his.
That'd be the best situation.
Yeah, like he comes into a team that's already NFC number 1 seed ready, defense elite, number 1 wide receiver, number 1 running back, top 5 offensive coordinator, offensive mind. I mean, they got to do something to tight end, but also left tackles, offensive line still improving. They still want to get
offense will be great.
You got Pro Bowl Andrews Pete. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting situation if Russell Wilson was to go there. I believe they're instantly favorites in the NFC if that was to happen. But I just think that's too good of a situation to be true.
The only issue is the salary cap, since we're so below the cap, we're losing players. Trey Henderson will be a free agent. Marcus Williams' contract is up. I believe Marshawn Lattimore contract is up as well. Quan Alexander, we may cut him.
How y'all gonna pay Marshawn?
He already signed for this year.
When the time comes, how y'all gonna shine Marshawn?
We're gonna have a lot of money next season. We're gonna have more money next season than we had in a minute.
What if Dak hit the market? Y'all gotta go run for Dak
next season.
You and Jace was saying that.
Next season.
This season. Dak's probably gonna be in the Cowboys next year, unless some wild things go down in contract negotiations. But I don't see that happening.
Wow, wild thoughts. Wow.
But y'all fine with Jameis, so I'll let y'all be.
My name is Jameis.
And that is all for NFL news. The Russell Wilson bomb hitting the league heavy, but my boy ain't going nowhere. We have at least one more year together in Seattle.